I'm Courtney Villa. I'll be conducting your session. And how are you today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Have a seat and yeah, good, thank you. Make yourself comfortable. Did you want any water or anything like that before?
Good, thank you.
So, tell me a bit more about yourself and what brought you in today.
I'm 26 years old, and the last 2 years I haven't really been able to exercise, and I from an injury that I sustained while I was playing netball at a high level. And recently I've gone through a bit of stuff, and so I've just been wanting to get in here to try and get myself back on track for a healthy, better lifestyle.
That's great, awesome. So you've really taken the right steps to do so. So you should be really proud of yourself for that. So I want to just explore what you just said a little bit more. Are you comfortable with me asking a few questions and getting into it a little bit more? Awesome, thank you. Great. So you're really just here to get active and healthy again, and it's something that you're hoping to change from being here today. Is that sort of right?
Yeah.
Cool. So can you tell me a bit more about your injury and the experience that you've had recently that's led you to come here?
So I injured my ACL in netball, and so I haven't been able to do much exercise. I've actually gained about 15 kilos in 2 years, so since doing that. Also, my father, he only recently had a heart attack. He's okay now, but yeah, so I had to go to the GP and get checked out to make sure that I didn't have any problems or anything.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so
wow, that's huge. So that's a really sad experience, and I hope everything's okay with that.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for sharing. I know that's really hard to do. So thank you for giving me that information. And I guess so tell me a little bit more about your injury. Like so you've not come back to any level, any sport, any activity or anything?
So I've
recently
started to walk 2 times a week, but getting out into the gym and I'm just a bit self-conscious about my weight gain and getting back to it. So it does have movement, but just not the confidence that I used to have, and I don't know how to get back into it.
Yeah, and so you said you went to a GP recently. Did anything come out of that?
Yeah, so they told me I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and also high BMI, which is very unusual for me because I was always very active and before the injury and stuff. So.
Yeah, that's really hard, isn't it? So obviously you're in a sort of position that you haven't really been in before.
Yeah.
That's fine. So you've taken the first steps to coming in here. And obviously that the experience that your dad recently went through with a heart attack, has that sort of led you to think, oh, what's going to happen to me?
I'm very worried because I have started to get those results already, so it's kind of made me think, I need to do something now before anything.
Yeah, no, that's really great. So what do you feel are the barriers that have prevented you from becoming physically active and taking part in exercise after the injury? So your injury was a couple of years ago. What do you think's continued to stop you?
I think just nervousness to get back out there, and just in case I do re-injure, if I was to play netball again, I'm just not as confident to put myself in a gym situation. I don't really know what I'm doing when I go there, because I used to go with my team and have team around me, but now I don't know how to go by myself and what to do by myself. Yeah,
well, as I said before, you've taken the first steps and you've come here, and you should be really proud of yourself for doing that. I know it can be really hard to do things on your own, but I think that's one of the steps that you do need to take, is being able to do things on your own and having that motivation to get to the gym or to whatever it is. But we'll get there, and we'll keep going through a few more questions, and then at the end we'll sort of map out a bit of a plan for how to move forward. So you said you were doing a little bit of exercise. What are you currently doing in that space?
Yeah, so just walking 2 times a week, and that's really about it. Just trying to get more movement in my knee.
So you haven't really had done a lot of rehabilitation for that knee since it's been done, or
I did the basic of the actual rehabilitation, rehab and stuff, but I haven't, just to get the movement back, but I haven't done any extras.
Yeah. So, and why do you want to change, and what do you hope to achieve by changing your lifestyle and becoming more active? So what are the goals?
Just to become fitter.
Do you have any social networks, such as friends and family, that might join you in your journey, or at least encourage you to be more active?
I have great friends and family that I'm really close with, but I kind of want to do this kind of by myself and try to just get a confident to be able to go out with them rather than get them kind of sort of more involved.
So you want them to be your connections and help you and be sort of motivate you to do, but not, you don't want to I
don't want to
do it with them.
I want to learn how to do it by myself and get out there by myself rather than rely on them always coming to the gym with me, because sometimes you can't rely on other people to do that all the time.
Awesome. So some of the barriers, I guess, that a lot of people face around starting to be physically active is around, you know, the convenience of things and facilities being close. So it's always best to sort of look at what's around you and what's close to you and what's realistic to be a part of. So you did mention that you had foot paths and things like that. What other facilities did you have around your area?
So there's a local gym, and there's also a couple of those exercise parks on the walks and stuff like that. So there are some free stuff as well as going to the gym.
And so does your local gym have group fitness? And
I believe they do, yes.
Yeah. So what? That's awesome progress, and you're sounding really motivated even when you're talking about it to get started. And I think you really will succeed if you keep with this attitude. So. Lastly, now that you mentioned you work for a council, is there any initiatives that they run that you can use to assist with your...
I'm not actually sure what the council... I think there's a step program that they do where they're 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
And they count them. I haven't... Yeah, I'm not really sure.
That's all right. That might be something we can build upon in the next sessions and things. So... Okay, great. So what I'm going to put together here is I've been taking a few notes and things like that. So I guess specifically, what do you want to accomplish? Now, I've sort of noted you want to overall be healthy and well through increasing physical activity. So we're not being too, that's sort of what you're aiming to do. Yeah, awesome. So measurable. So how will you measure your progress? So through here, you've already started doing your GP checks and things like that, and that's really great. So it's making sure that you keep those sort of touching base with those allied health professionals such as your GPs, your physios and things like that. Now what I've put here is regular health checks, and we're going to do this monthly. Okay. So we're going to make sure that it's we're measuring it through monthly health checks. That's including blood pressure, BMI, hip to waist measurements and things like that. Now this will help you see if you are tracking along nicely, and it really will come from making sure that you stick to a routine which is achievable. So how can this goal be accomplished? So what we've done here is to achieve this goal, you're going to take part in 3 to 4 sessions of physical activity per week. So what I'm really sort of recommending is that you do maybe engaging a personal trainer. And I might just ask here, are costs an issue? No, you're willing to invest in your great, perfect. So 1 to 2 sessions with your personal trainer, and then probably 2 sessions a week with a personal trainer, and then 1 to 2 group fitness sessions or things like that. So we want to get you in the gym about 3 to 4 times a week, or walking those paths at least 1 to 2 times a week. So you have to. Do you think that's achievable for yourself?
Yeah, that's awesome. Sounds good.
Right. So relevance. So is this a worthy goal? So what you're doing and all of this stuff. Do you think that it is worth?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Cool. So you're sort of aware that if you don't start to change things,
it'll be worse.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in today, Kendall. Do you think that how do you feel you went all Wednesday and what you got out of the session?
Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much. That made it so much easier to want to get out there.